What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. Listening to Kawhi Media Day, really speak on, just his health overall, what the season expectations are, and how he feels. It all sounds great, and it all is very, very encouraging. I definitely want to see, Kawhi Leonard thrive. He's definitely my favorite player. I've said it multiple times, so you all know that. But at the same time, I definitely want to see him put himself through the test, as he alluded to and spoke on that as well. You can actually read more if you didn't see, him speak. I think it was yesterday, as I spoke on. You can look on everywhere: ESPN, LA Times, NBA.com, whatever one you choose to look at. But either way. Just to hear that he's feeling good and he's eager to play in the training camp, and he said he's feeling good and he said he's ready to play. He's going to start training camp with the rest of the guys, today, or should I say the following day or day or two. So, hearing that, coming from, Kawhi is definitely a good thing. It's definitely a big thing, for the Clippers, because it betters their chances of winning a championship, definitely if he's on the floor, because he's their best player. And then you got PG, who's a following player along with him. They definitely both need to be healthy this season. And I spoke on it yesterday's video, but about load managing and things like that. I don't really care what anybody says in the media or anything like that, because they could speak on load management all they want. They could disrespect it all they want. The main goal for the Clippers is to win a championship. If you have to load manage throughout the season, it doesn't matter. As long as the Clippers go far in the playoffs, in which a lot of people are expecting them to do so, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter how much you load manage during the season. If you go all out in the playoffs and play your very best and give it everything you got and play at the highest level possible, then that's all that matters. And that's why I've always liked Kawhi Leonard, because people take it as in like the regular season doesn't mean nothing to him. It does mean something to him, because he plays in the regular season. He plays 60 plus games or, something like that in the regular season. He just takes time off during the regular season because he has had knee issues, or, lower leg issues, throughout his career. And he has, set himself up to be the best player he could be in the playoffs by playing at a high level in the playoffs and setting himself up for the playoffs and being ready for the playoffs at the best of his ability, because that's when basketball matters the most. A lot of people, as I said in my other videos, there's a lot of people who don't watch NBA games as much as they would want to or should or anything like that. So, with people like that out there who don't watch the games and don't see a lot that goes on, they only really watch the games through SportsCenter, and SportsCenter is all they see. And if you watch most basketball through SportsCenter, I really can't say that you know basketball like to that extent. I'm not saying a person doesn't know basketball at all who looks at basketball through just SportsCenter and ESPN, but people who really actually take the time and watch it and dive into it really understands the game from a different perspective, is what I'm saying. So my thing is, the point of everything I'm trying to say is this: a lot of people may not pay attention to the regular season, but everybody pays attention to the playoffs. There's people out there who don't even watch basketball, but will watch the NBA playoffs when it starts. So to me, Kawhi Leonard's methodology of the load management of what he was taught in San Antonio has carried him a long way. And honestly, it probably actually, extended his career a little bit longer than, most players. Most players, average, 5 to 7 year span in the NBA. That's probably the average of the NBA in regards to like playing well or just being an NBA playing as a player. So the fact that he has, exceeded his 10-year mark of, playing basketball, it definitely speaks volume to, the way that he plays and the, how he goes about doing his business and, playing his best when all the chips on the line and when the lights are the brightest. And I think that's something that he has, implemented, with this team, the Clippers. And I think it's something that they're definitely comfortable with as well, because they accept Kawhi Leonard for who he is, but also they're comfortable with it because they want other players on the team to know that it's about winning a championship. All the media could say all they want about you load managing, but they won't have a damn thing to say if you hoist that trophy up at the end of the season. They won't have anything to say. And that's the ultimate goal. And that's the reason why I am all for the load management, if that's what the Clippers need to do to keep these two stars healthy, along with John Wall as well, because John Wall is definitely going to play an integral role into what the Clippers are trying to accomplish, which is win a championship. So with that being said, they have to really figure out a way to keep them healthy. And if load management is it, I'm all for it, because like I said, listening to Kawhi in media day and speak about the training camp and everything like that, and how he's ready to play, and see how he can see how he feels, take it a day at a time, and just get stronger and better every day. Those are the type of things you want to hear from your best player. But also, Kawhi is not the type of person that just talks it. He's the type of person that walks it as well. So I'm always intrigued to watch Kawhi Leonard play, because I always know that he's adding things to his game, and I know that he's gearing up for the ultimate goal, which is a championship. And I think that's what he's definitely going to implement and teach a lot of these players who haven't won a championship on this Clippers team. The more and more they play with him, he can speak it in the locker room in regards to giving them advice and, giving them a speech or something like that. But I think a lot of the players on the Clippers are really following his lead and going through his actions, because Kawhi really is a special type player and a one-of-a-kind type player. And this team is a very special team, not only because they have Kawhi on there, but because they have so many other good pieces along with Kawhi, and the head coach and just the front office with Jerry West and everybody really trying to put things into place. This is a special team, and they really have a season that they could turn into a special season if they can be healthy enough to do so. So I'm anticipating watching these guys play, this season, every game, see what what they can do, what they can accomplish, and see how far they can take it. And that's the reason why I say health is the main thing for this team, which is number one. And number two is chemistry. And honestly, you can interchange both of those, but I definitely would put health first, because you have to be available to build chemistry. But regardless, chemistry is really huge for this team too, because honestly, if you look at this team, they haven't had enough opportunity to play with their star players. Kawhi Leonard was out all last season. The first season they played, the first year they actually got together, when Kawhi and PG started this operation, or should I say when Kawhi started the operation, PG came along. PG was out for like X amount of games that year. And then Kawhi, the year prior to last year, Kawhi went out in the playoffs with the knee injury. So it's like we've never really seen this team 100% healthy. We've never seen this team 100% like ready to go all together and, go through that grind of a season the way they're supposed to as a team, and also go through the grind together in the playoffs. We haven't seen that complete well-rounded circle of them going through the process of everything together without somebody being injured or somebody missing from the bunch. So hopefully this is the year to do it, because this is year number 4 for this team. And as I said in other videos, I don't know if a lot of those role players, the Reggie Jacksons, Marcus Morrises, all those players, I don't know if they'll be around after next season, or going into the following off season after this season is over, after this upcoming season is over. I don't know if you'll see some of those players there. So, the Clippers, they really just need to try to win, a championship this year, so they can, feel good about winning a championship with all the people who went through the grind and the struggle together with them as an organization, to help build them to be a top team in the league, So as Kawhi said, speaking to the media yesterday, that he's overly excited, he's excited about the team and what they did last year without him, coming back from, some of those deficits that they came back from, and they found ways to win, even though they didn't have him and PG for like 40 plus games of the season. It was very, amazing to see what this team was able to do without their star players, but it's also going to be more amazing to see what they can do with them, so health is definitely a big thing. And I know Kawhi is ready to get back out there. I know this Clippers team is ready to make a move in regards to going towards that championship. So let's see if they're able to do that. I definitely hope they're able to do that, because I think they're definitely capable of doing it. It's just the fact that whether they can, or whether they be healthy enough to be able to do it or see it come through. So that's my biggest thing with the Clippers, just health. And then on top of that, build the chemistry afterwards, and everything else will fall right into place if everybody's just available and on the floor most nights, to where you can build that chemistry and understand situational basketball and execute the plan at a high level when it comes playoff time. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out my other videos if you haven't. And hey, Cali out.